Hey, this is Sherri, and hope you can hear this. Apologize for any background noise, or if you hear me breathing. I've got some trouble with my headset, but I really want to get this video recorded. I'm going to show you a couple of things about managing your LinkedIn contacts that I've learned through trial and error, and really having lots of trouble just seeking out the answers. So I'm going to share with you what I learned. I'm going to show you how I got to this page in a minute. When you import a certain number of contacts and that number is high, and you go to manage your contacts, you end up on this page. Notice on the left hand side they have A through Z. And you can click on any letter and be presented with a page like this. So I've already processed A, B, and C. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do D, and then I'm going to go out and come back in so you see how to do this. I just need to make sure that it stays on and that it works long enough for me to record this video. Thank you, dear. Okay, so notice here you have a lot of email addresses that were imported, and some of them have this LinkedIn symbol here to the right. You want to keep those. And what I do is I uncheck this select all box here at the top. Then I go through and select any of the emails that don't have the LinkedIn box or symbol to the right. And I'm just doing one alphabet at a time. So right now I'm doing the D's. These people that don't have the LinkedIn symbol, they're not on LinkedIn, and I don't want to invite them to LinkedIn. I just want to connect with people who are already on LinkedIn. So once I have those selected, I come down to the very bottom and click Delete Selected Contacts, and then Delete. Then, when this gets done, I'm going to go back and uncheck the Select All box, and now I'm going to select all of the D's that do have LinkedIn. And what it does is it actually adds them for you over here in this right-hand side. And notice how they come up with a person's name. It's because LinkedIn knows what their name is. And I'm going to click Invite Selected Contacts. Alright, so now I've already handled all the D's. I'm going to uncheck the Select All box, and I'm going to move to the E's and do the same thing. So get rid of the ones that don't have LinkedIn. And hit delete and delete. And then again, uncheck the select all box, because what it does is it does all the letters. And so now I'm just going to do these 3 that are on LinkedIn and click Invite Selected Contacts. So I want to go through all of A through Z and do this before I import any more files. And what I can do, let me think about that. To show you how I got here, when you land on your home page, you just click on Connections, Add Connections, and then up here to the top right of this gray menu bar, there's a Manage Imported Contacts link. You just click on that. Now if you get too many contacts in here, like I had 9,000 at one time, and I had been importing, and I really didn't understand what was going on behind the scenes, because it didn't look like what I had been trained, and this form had trouble loading with 9,000 contacts, and I would get an error message. So I contacted support with LinkedIn, and they deleted all my imported contacts for me, and I started over. So now I would move on down to the F and do the F, and then G and so on and so on. The way I imported these contacts, let me show you that real quick too. Connections, add connections. If you click on this button here that says any email, notice what pops up. More ways to connect down here on the bottom left, and you can upload a text file or CSV file. So let me see if I have one real quick that just has a few contacts. If I browse, these are all the emails that I've scraped off the internet. Here's one that has just 61 contacts, so let me import that one. So you just browse, click on the file, click open, and click upload file. Once it's uploaded, it's still thinking. Now, I see this error here. In fact, let me get a screen capture of that. I can't right now because I'm recording. Sorry. Let me go back. Profile, connections, add connections. Sorry, I'm jumping around. I got that email, that message earlier, but my contacts still imported. So, because notice I had like 513 here, and now I have 564. And so I'll probably need to go through my A through E again and clean out, like, here's one right here. I want to delete these people out that are not in LinkedIn. And I can actually invite the ones that are. Although I've already processed A through E, I could process A through E again, and it would just tell me, this many people have been invited. This many people had already received an invitation. So, okay, A through E. I just deleted the ones that are not in LinkedIn for A through E. So I could start over with A. Oh, that's interesting. I guess once it knows that you've processed all the ones from A, it makes it gray over here. And like B, I want to delete these. Oh no, those are on LinkedIn, but I haven't invited them yet, perhaps. So let me invite them. B and D. Okay, so A, B, C, D, and E are done. Okay, now I would just move on to F. And you never want to hit this invite button if this thing is full, because what it means is that the select all has been checked. I'm going to uncheck that before you process any of these. So the effect of doing that, let me pop over here to my inbox real quick. I'll start getting these emails like this one where it says see a person's name and connections. And you've already seen me do this in other videos, but just to show you as a reminder, I have this message here in my notepad file. You can only see part of it, but I would view their profile, send them a message. Oh, interesting. He's with Syntech. That's good. And this is just my process. I cut and paste. And send the message to him, and then I delete this from my inbox. See, here I already have another one, Olga, so I could go send her a message. My point with this video here today is to show you how to manage your connections. In earlier videos, I showed you how to import Gmail contacts and how that looks, and at some point in time, it's not going to look that way anymore. I don't know when that point is, but at some point you're going to have to do things this way, where you go to this Manage Imported Contacts and process, A through Z like I've showed you. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to go through A through Z, and when I get those done, then I'll import a new file. And that's how you just keep adding more and more contacts. Alright, bye for now. This is Sherri Kirkland.